We're so excited for our Google guest this week. He's a co-executive producer and writer for Desus and Mero, but just the funniest comedian I know. Give it up for Josh Gondelman, everybody.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Thank you for having me. This was my Google. I Googled thumb hurts, scroll too much phone. I don't ask Google questions because I don't like to talk to computers like they're people. And so I just give it the words. I don't want to give Google the dignity. It's not even Jeeves. You know what I mean? You're supposed to ask Jeeves. Google, I'm just like, here's all the words. You figure it out.
I also love that there's like a secret part of you. There's like, I'm not going to cheat on my wife by starting a relationship with Google. You're not going to know my inner thoughts.
Well, it's like, yeah, I don't want them to know my inner thoughts. I don't like the idea. Like, I don't use Siri on my phone, or like we don't have any of the like smart helpers. I just don't. And it's not like I morally am against it. I just am like, I'll get too comfortable with it and I'll think they're my friends. So
you start telling them about your day. You come home, you drop your keys off, and you're like, I got to tell you, Alexa,
I have had a morning. And so that's what I Googled. That was my Google search.
And was it enough for Google to understand what your problem was?
I got it. You know how it has those people also ask?
Yeah.
And so I clicked that. The first one was, can scrolling on phone cause thumb pain? Which is not the question. I knew that the answer to that was yes, but it did have the article that it had in response was from Cedars Sinai's blog. And it's, which I didn't know they had. Then it says, ask a doc, what is texting thumb? Because my screen time is roughly 24 hours a day. I was like, maybe there's like a PT exercise. That's what I want to know. Because my left thumb, my dominant thumb, I do most of my scrolling one-handed, and I could do the other hand. I work both, but I mostly do the left. And so I was like, I wonder if there's like a little exercise.
You might say that you're ambidextrous. Thank you.
Get out of here,
that
Maria.
Is like something I would say for sure. So yeah, they asked Dr. Eugene Tsai, and he says texting thumb is a real thing. And here's the other one. People also get texting pinky because they hold their phone and it's supported by their pinky. Depending on how you hold it in your hand, it'll like put stress on your pinky finger too. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just like, hey, do like the thumb rotations, which feels like a very elementary school calisthenics exercise. But I made that up. That's not anything.
In the 80s, they had those grip things to make your hand. Like,
sure.
I love the idea that like you're just walking around your neighborhood and people are like,
just
oh, he's
gripping.
a bodybuilder. And you're like, no, I have a job, bro. And it's all on my phone.
It's a phone job and I need to exercise to stay lean. And it's also known as trigger thumb, which is much cooler as a name than texting thumb.
Just a bunch of cowboys out there. Like, why does my thumb hurt?
Yeah. Why does my thumb hurt? Ask that dead guy. And I was like, what is there to help? Maybe there's exercises. And Dr. Eugene Tsai he says, altering your daily routine to allow thumb and wrist to rest is helpful. And it's like, no deal.
Get off your phone, losers.
Yeah, exactly. Not gonna. And then they were like anti-inflammatories, like you can take like an ibuprofen. And I was like, all right, now that's my speed. And then it's like, or some people need steroid injections, and if those don't offer lasting relief, surgery. And I was like, no. I can't get to the point where I'm having surgery from texting too much.
Yeah.
Like, my dad worked in construction for 40 years and he had like a reparative like knee surgery. Once he retired, he waited till he retired so that he wouldn't have to recover and then go back to work and put more strain on it. And so I can't be like, yeah, I'm 35 and I kind of relate because I text too much and I needed surgery on my thumb so I can go back to
job is pretty
texting.
strenuous.
We both kind of work with our hands.
I do love like the Gondelman family tree where it's just like your great grandfather has like black lung and then your dad has like these knees that don't work and you're like my thumb's in a cast.
Yeah, texting thumb. And my child, if I ever have one, is gonna have like singularity brain, just brain cramps from uploading their consciousness too fast into a computer. Like, oh, it's like I ate too much ice cream.
We're gonna have a whole generation of people whose thumb's gonna be able to predict the weather.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, my thumb is sore. It's gonna storm.
I know that because of the pain and also because it hurts when I look at my weather app.
This this is awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time, Josh.
Thank you for having me. This is a real pleasure.